Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a hot minute since we had a long form video. I've been posting some YouTube shorts here and there, and one of those YouTube shorts was last night, my out of the theater reaction to Terrifier 3. If you want, go check that out. But this video, we're going to dive into Terrifier 3, do a full-length review, but no spoilers, so don't worry if you have not seen the film. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to give my overall thoughts on, things like the direction, the acting, the writing, the kills, some stuff like that. So don't worry if you haven't seen it. I'm not going to spoil any story aspects for you. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 500 subscribers because Daddy's back. I got the tea, I got the cigarettes, I'm back from the convenience store. Now we can talk about some terrifying movies. You see what I did there? Terrifying movies. Ha! Let's get to the review. This film is the third in this now almost damn near iconic franchise at this point, like half a Spirit Halloween it feels like, is Art the Clown stuff, and it's just really taken on a life of its own. He's gonna get video game now, like I'm sure there's some like comic books coming or something. Freddy and them all got comic books, and this truly feels like the current day, like Freddy, Michael, Jason, like this feels like a new one. We've gotten some, like the Nun and Annabelle have kind of taken their spots, but they're not really like slashers like Art the Clown. He's like the first new like iconic slasher villain in quite some time, it feels like, and David Howard Thornton crushes it as the character once again, as he has throughout Art the Clown's history, even before the Terrifier films. And speaking of crushing performances, Lauren Lavera is insanely good in this film. She was so good in the second one, and she's even better in this one. She gets some more emotional moments in this one as she's going through what she went through in the last film. She's kind of like going through it in her mind, getting treatment and stuff like that, and that's a big thing. That's a really good thing to have in the movie, is like mental health, and I'm a big advocate for that stuff because I suffer with that stuff as well. So that was very cool to see, and again, she just crushes the performance. Like I can't wait to see. I mean, I obviously want her to do Terrifier 4 and whatnot, but I can't wait to see her like branch out and do some other stuff as well, because I think she's an incredible actress, and she's definitely one of today's best final girls. I'd love to see like her, Catherine Newton, Melissa Barrera, Samara Weaving, like imagine them all in like an Expendables of like final girls of today's culture. That'd be really cool to see. So yeah, like I said, the performances from those two leads are great. Some of the others come and go, but they're good enough for their screen time. The writing is top notch for this franchise. It's just as good as 2. And like I said, it really dives into the mental health stuff on Sienna's side, and then Art the Clown, it's just up to his twisted. He's in his workshop for some of the movie, making new gear and making new weapons and stuff. There's a scene in a bar that was just incredible. There's a scene in a bathroom that I think equals the bedroom scene from Terrifier 2. Like, it was so good. It involves a chainsaw, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give away anything else. The direction from Damien Leone was damn good. I really like how he moves the camera and stuff. Like, just damn good stuff. And I thought the effects were just what you want from Terrifier. You can tell they have a little bit bigger budget with this one, but nothing crazy. Still probably like 10 to 12 million, if not less. Like, it's just incredible what he pulls off with these films with that kind of budget. And it shows you that like these franchises that are getting like 250 million dollar budgets, well, definitely not the same type of movie, do not need that much money. Like, there is a money laundering scheme going on somewhere, because if Damien Leone can do this with like 10 to 12 million, they can do stuff at a much lower cost, at like 100, maybe 150 at times. But this film was damn good for the first 2 acts. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think the first 90 minutes of this film crushed it for me, on par with Terrifier 2. Awesome seeing Art the Clown just terrorize people in a Santa costume. Fantastic. And then it gets to the last like 20 to 30 minutes, and it feels like something happened that was cut out of this movie and we just don't get to see. Because it goes from one thing, like a character is picking up another character, and it looks like we're getting towards the final conflict possibly, but then it just cuts and we're at the final conflict, and things have happened to those characters that we did not see. We did not see it happen. So, and some of those characters could or could not be very important to the franchise, at least up to this point. And it was like, what happened there? I feel like this film's 2 hours. The last one was longer. I feel like he had a longer cut, and then whether he decided or someone was like, hey, maybe cut it down, and he cut it down by 20, 30 minutes, and it left out some very important stuff. and it made the whole third act feel wonky to the point where I thought I was just watching a dream sequence, and then it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going, and then the movie ended, and I was like, I guess it was not a dream sequence. That's odd. And it leaves me very curious on how I'm going to feel about the next one, with how they leave things. I'm still excited for the next one for sure. I love these movies, but I definitely feel like something happened in the editing room for the last half hour of this movie that just threw things off course big time, in my opinion. But maybe I'm just in the minority because everyone seems to be loving this film, saying it's the best one yet. I do not agree. I really like this film. The first two acts are amazing, and then the last half hour just kind of falls off a cliff. Lauren Lavera, her performance, David Howard Thornton's performance is amazing in that last half hour, but the story just falls off a little for me. I will say there's one other thing that I was not a fan of in this movie, and this isn't a spoiler. The end of the last film, Terrifier 2, you see Wendy and with Chris Jericho and whatnot, and that storyline continues. She's a big part of this movie, and I just don't think she's really necessary. I feel like the only reason she's there is to connect to the first film. I don't think we really need her, really. Like, I feel like I just want to see Art the Clown. I don't need to see other, killing figures get involved. I just don't need it, really. But I did really like this film. Those are the only two things that didn't work for me. I think I would probably do Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, Terrifier, and then the other stuff, like All Hallows Eve, under that. But like I said, really enjoyed this film, just not as good as Terrifier 2. I do feel like something wonky happened in the editing room, but what did you guys think? Because I'm going to give Terrifier 3 a 7.5 out of 10. I'd probably give the second one like a 9 out of 10, so little drop, but not too bad. 7.5 out of 10, still pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to Terrifier 4. It leaves off in a very interesting place, but what did you guys think of Terrifier 3, and what do you think about the last half hour? I'm very curious to see your opinions on that. Make sure you hit that comment section down there, and the like button while you're down there, because that helps me get noticed in YouTube's wonky algorithm. It makes us, get a better studio here as we grow an audience. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.